I am sick and tired of having to explain this, so I will try to make it abundantly clear. Absolute, objective, moral standards are not necessarily handed down from God. They are quite possible, and indeed make very good sense, in an atheistic framework. Let me explain how. As animals evolved, most developed a group mentality. All animals have to work together to some extent to survive, and all animals have to survive to propagate their genes. And that's really the core issue. Your genes want to live. You will die, but if your genes are passed on, they are left behind as a legacy. And in time, all genes that did not possess the will to propagate were naturally weeded out of the genome. So by now, the major driving force of all life is to survive and to propagate. This is the central logic of evolution. So what's the moral framework here? Quite simple. For our genes to propagate, it's in our best interest to defend and protect humanity, to ensure humanity's survival, and by extension the entire planet and ecosystem to which we are so well adapted. Also, antisocial behavior is frowned upon because, quite simply, it works against the species. So the golden rule makes perfect sense, as does the natural evolution of empathy with fellow beings. This is why most humans naturally resist murdering people. Our genes simply won't let us spoil our chances of spreading them. And this works for groups as well, of course, because any group that was hostile enough would soon find that all other groups turned against them. It really is that simple, and from this we can derive natural, objective, absolute moral values such as don't steal, don't kill, don't destroy other people's stuff, because no one wants any of these things to happen to themselves, so this is logically frowned upon. In effect, religion tries to replace this natural logical framework with its own. In other words, religious people reject their natural morals in favor of religious morals, which is a poor substitute indeed. This leads to suicide bombers, to so-called pro-lifers killing abortion doctors, which is a wicked irony, all sorts of screwed up ideologies. Basically, that's all religion is. A poor substitute for real, natural, moral values. Religious people are the ones without absolute morals. Atheists' morals are natural and created by the very nucleus of every cell in our bodies. Religious morals boil down to God says so, and have no logical framework of any kind except pure superstition. So please, spare me the morally superior attitude. It rings so hollow it's almost painful. If there was a law against real immoral behavior, God would be in jail.